Hello, everybody. I believe I just did all of that with my mic muted. That is absolutely awesome. Welcome back to League 7. We're starting League 7 off with our one of our final OWLS matches. I say that, but we also have Sundays. Going to be a big day for matches. We have the Revenant's Quidditch Cup versus Crazy Comms, as you can see on our starting soon. Here in the caster booth, we have Zayuni and Neo joining us, so give them a warm welcome as I pass you off to them.
Hello everyone, welcome to an amazing day of Quidditch. Today we have a really exciting match between Crazy Comms and RQC, and this promises to be a big one as RQC needs a win if they want the hope to stay alive to get to Newts. Hello Sayuni, what's up? We have a good match today, huh?
Yeah, we have a pretty good lineup of matches here today. We have the Crazy Com versus Revenants. We all know that both of these teams are very strong players, and this is going to prove to be an exciting matchup.
For sure. We talked about how Crazy Combs was the Goliath of the division. In last match against the Nimbus Nighthawks, it was like David against Goliath. But I would say that the Revenants are actually a bit closer. So it's like, I don't know if it could be said like a battle of titans, but it's definitely like a battle of two very talented squads. I would say that we've seen the Revenants do really well in some individual duels, particularly like for example, we saw OTP versus Jim Tones on that Grim Reapers match that was really good. Also, we saw Robo versus J Card on the Nox match, and that was also really, really good. And we've seen Teddy and Modest score 4 goals each on different games. So I feel like the potential is there to be able to get an upset. It just depends on how locked in they are today. What do you think, Sayuni?
Yeah, so I absolutely believe that, the Revs are going to be locked in. I was playing with them last night and they were having a real good time. And uh, I also know that Crazy Comms is the Titan here, and I would love to see the Revs, pull an upset here and take a win away from Crazy Comms.
Yeah, that would be amazing to see. Also, we've seen Crazy Combs trying out different stuff during the season. They played with color filters on one match, so it looked like a hippie party or like a rainbow. We've seen them do the Wheel of Fortune or Misfortune to choose their roles. I don't know if we're gonna do something like that here because RQC definitely has that potential, that threat, where if they like handicap themselves in a way, I feel like it could prove to be risky against RQC, right?
Absolutely. Revenants is a dangerous Quidditch club. They are out for blood. They want this win. So if Crazy Comms is going to handicap themselves, they're going to basically shoot themselves in the foot.
Yes, for sure. And if we look at the standings, we see that RQC basically needs a win if they want to keep the hope alive to reach Newts. They would have to get a win either against Crazy Combs or against Wingardians, both definitely tough matches. If they don't get a win, the Rim Reapers seems to be the team that will go to the Newts. So it would be pretty much Crazy Combs, Wingardians, Nox, and the Rim Reapers. But as long as there's a chance, there's hope. So who knows? We will see if RQC can pop off and get a win or 2 wins on Crazy Combs and take the series. Do you see any key factors here, Sayuni? Maybe Seeker races, maybe the Chasers. What do you think about like the key factors for this match?
The key factors going into this matchup are going to be how much pressure OT is going to put on the beater of Crazy Comms, whoever that may be.
Yeah, we see
And
that Macoon is in there, so probably Macoon. I don't think that Cypress is playing today, so that's one dangerous beater for sure.
absolutely, Macoon's a menace.
Yeah. Uh, and we're gonna start the queues really soon. But yes, definitely that battle between Makun and OTP. Like we always say this, right? OTP has one of the hardest jobs in Quidditch today. He has to go up against Makun and Rishi, one of the deadliest, if not the deadliest combination of Seeker Beater that you could play against. So OTP, T-Robo, CompuGamer with his kicks, they have their work cut out for them. They really have to show up if they want to hope to take one match or two against Crazy Combs. We see Tama. Shout out to Tama. He's saying, praying for good server quality today, y'all. Yeah, we are praying for server quality. If anyone from WB is listening, please come on. Just get an intern, anyone, whoever can give the server some maintenance or just plug them off and on, something like that. Just do it because we love the game, but we don't love the desyncs. So please, if anyone from WB is listening, or yeah, someone who can fix the servers or give them maintenance, please do it. We love the game. We want to keep playing. Just we need a good experience. Right side, like those things we've been having. Come on, dude.
Yeah, the past couple of days have been a complete nightmare with all of the desyncs and everything.
And that these things could prove to be decisive in a match like this. I assume that the secret race between Robo and Richie is going to be really close. So one desync in a bad moment could really prove to be fatal and decisive for any of the teams. We will see how it goes. Sai, you're a keeper, right? So what do you think about CompuGamer? Like, what does he have to do against these monster chasers of Crazy Coms?
He's going to have to be very aggressive against them, taking out any one-timers that show up in front of him. He's going to have to be calling out, letting his chasers know their position. Um, he's going to have to use the advantage of his hero kick explosion and try to damage some of these chasers so that maybe OT may be able to take a couple of knockouts against them and slow down the powerhouse that is the Crazy Comms Chasers lineup.
Definitely, that bitter support is going to be super important. We are going into World Cup night. Great map, beautiful map, and a perfect setting for a match of this caliber and of this relevance. The teams are getting ready in the warm up. We are gonna get started soon. So buckle up, everyone. We're in for a big one. RQC versus Crazy Coms, and we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go! And the match is live. RQC versus Crazy Coms, a really important match if RQC wants to reach the nudes. So we're gonna see if they can handle the pressure that Crazy Coms is gonna put upon them. I do think we could see a bit of a maybe chaser, POV, or beater. We could look into that. And we see the first score. That's Shoni. He opens the scoreboard for Crazy Coms, which makes the game 10-0. The stage bars are close, but it's leaning towards Crazy Coms a bit. So we see that Crazy Coms is starting to like show a bit of that dominance that they have. Sai, what are
Yeah,
you seeing right now? Oh, we get another score. That's from Teddy Reddy for RQC, and the game is 10-10. Oh my god.
yeah. This is going to come down to who's got the better chaser lineup, who's got the better seeker here, and who lands more kicks on the seeker.
Absolutely. And I don't care what anyone says. It's always exciting when you can put a goal past a goaded team. So I'm sure that Teddy's excited right now, looking in to score some more goals to take his team over the edge. But we see that the snitch bars right now are favoring. Oh, we see another score by Skinny HP, Skinny the Swift Stick Goat. He says hello in the scoreboard, and now the game is 20-10 with the snitch bar lead for Crazy Coms. Apparently, Robo is having some issues dealing with Makuni here.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge dealing with Macoon and his defensive pressure. But I have faith in the RQC lineup, and OT, being able to
Uh,
handle Makun and his dominance.
yeah, I've seen some tackles from Robo. His bar is going down right now. The difference a bit big, so we'll see. But we see a score from Saffron J. Saffron scores, and now it's 2020. It's a tie on Chaser game. The Snitch Bar lead is clearly going the way of Crazy Combs, but nothing is said yet until the catch is, the catch animation is there. Anything can happen. We could see OTP dropping Rishi, but it's, Rishi is so elusive, so hard to hit. Maybe we could get some Chaser help for Seeker's Eye.
Yeah, absolutely. The chasers at this point need to be tackling that seeker, slowing him down at any chance that they can.
And we saw another score from Shoni
He
that makes
does
it
have
30-20, and the bar is super close. I think we could look in on Rishi if he fixes his frames, or if we have a beater POB or another seeker POB. But we see the catch from Rishi, 60-20. Crazy comes, just crazy comes. They are saying we're not gonna let you win this one, and they are showing it on the pitch. But RQC is showing some things in the chaser game primarily, so we'll see if they can put some more scores in, and if Robo can catch that second snitch. Never say never. We saw it in the Nimbus Nighthawks match. We may see still a tie or something, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Robbo has the potential to catch on anyone in this league.
Yes, for sure. He's a really good seeker. But the Chasers are putting in the work. Shoni is scoring at least 2 goals. We also saw Skinny scoring, Saffron for RQC, Teddy Ready. It's being a battle between the Chasers, 30-20 on Chaser game. So RQC's Chasers are definitely showing up. I think they were trying to hold for a farm, but Skinny took the ball. We see Rishi has terrible frames right now. Rishi, fix your frame rate. But yeah, the game's still going on. It's still a battle. The stage bar, I think the lead is going towards Crazy Com's side.
Does look like Crazy Comms has a slight advantage in the snitch lead. Um, but as you know, all it takes is one well placed bump or tackle, or even just having for RQC to make up ground and, come out ahead.
For sure, and it's 60-20 with the stage bar lead for Crazy Coms. We see a one-time attempt or something that they were doing, but yes, right now we are seeing an attack that we will see. Oh, we saw one timer, but no one timer. Prophecy just scores solo. Beautiful goal by Prophecy. Crazy Coms is starting to get some difference in the Chaser game and in the Seeker game. RQC is a bit over their heads right now. They really have to put some scores in and at least attempt to kill Rishi, which is no easy task.
Yeah, in order for them to tie at this point, they need to at least put in now 3 goals with that goal from Skinny.
Yes, and Skin is popping off, so is Shoni. Right now, it's too much to handle apparently for RQC's defense. CC's Crazy Com's chasers are just scoring left and right. With only 20 points for RQC by the way of Saffron and Teddy Ready, we'll see if they can score some more and make this match a bit closer so the Snitch can actually make a difference. But Skinny scores again! The Swift Stick Goat. Well, is that 3 goals, maybe 4? He's going ham on this one.
That's that is 3 goals from Skinny at this point.
Yes, and if you're a compu gamer, you're probably asking for more defense, for more help, defensive help to be able to handle Skinny and Shoni. That's a lot of pressure for a goalkeeper. We see if RQC can make a difference right now, but it seems unlikely with the snitch bars being almost full for Crazy Combs. And Rishi gets the catch. Rishi gets the catch, and the match ends 120-20. It started being a kind of close match, but as the match developed, Crazy Combs just showed why they are the undefeated in series, not in matches, but in series, but the undefeated team in the World Cup division.
Absolutely. Crazy Comms is a powerhouse team, and you know, no offense to Revenants here, but they are doing their best to try to keep up with them. I
Absolutely.
have a
No, it's a hard team, right? It's like the hardest team. It's like the Dark Souls boss of the Quidditch game, right? Of the QC.
Absolutely. I attribute them closer to the Bloodborne end boss. Ridiculously hard to beat, but once you do beat them, it's ever so satisfying.
Absolutely. And not a lot of people, not a lot of players can say that they beat Crazy Combs even in a single game. They are that good. So RQC, what are we thinking here, Sai? What do they have to do? I would say that one of the things they absolutely have to do is a bit more strategy on defense because we saw Skinny and Shoney both cook really hard with 3 goals each, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely more defense needed, maybe more attention to that from the RQC chasers.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that the RQC chasers here might actually need to just abandon going after the seeker so much and focus on disrupting the chaser's flow.
So we have a goaded reference here in chat by Jimothy Tones mentioning Let Me Solo Her. If you don't know the story about Let Me Solo Her, I would advise you to go on YouTube and look up the story of that legendary player. I think it was on Elden Ring, if I'm not mistaken, but that's a legendary player that everyone should know of. So nice reference, Jim. Very good job on that one. But yes, it's really hard because we are saying that they have to focus RQC more on defense, but at the same time, you're going up against Rishi and Makun. So, not being able to support the Seeker race pretty much means that OTP and Robo, while in CompuGamer with his kicks, are going to have to handle that deadly combination. So, that's the thing with Crazy Combs, right? You cannot be all over the place. So, you have to like just handle what you can and try to turn it into a win, I would say.
Yeah, you have to put out fires everywhere that they start popping up. You know, the chaser game's lethal. They can start a fire at any point. The seeker can put up points as well, get more scores, more points from his 30-point snitch catch. Um, and the kicks, all those
Yep.
kicks, they add up over time. You know, one kick can completely devastate the whole team.
I think it goes like this. It's like you're getting a bump on Richie, but then Makun tackles you, and then Tux kicks you, and then Shoni is scoring, and then Skin is scoring, and then your team scores one, but then they score three, and then you get bumped again by Richie, even though you dodge Makun, and then Tux kicks you again. It's just like the pressure, right? They have to be ready for this intensity. And let's hope that game one give RQC that intensity, to adjust to it, and that they can show us a bit more on game two. Maybe try to get a tie and go into overtime, or just flat out try to get a win. Um, they definitely can do it. We've seen Robo catch on every single seeker. So and OTP has been having a great season as well, going up against Jim Tones, against ADHD Cent. They just have to like lock in. Everyone has to be locked in for this one.
Absolutely. I kind of want to see OT get another double elim.
Oh, that would be beautiful. That would be absolutely beautiful. But hey, Crazy Combs is also showing some amazing gameplay. So, yeah, anyone that wants to learn how to score as well, just watching Shoni, Skinny, Cardi, Prophecy, any of the Crazy Combs chasers, even Tux and Countess can score. Like, I feel like everyone on that team can play most roles. So, just seeing them play is definitely a good example. Like, if you want to improve your gameplay, if you think that you're lacking a bit on shots, on something, it's always good to see both teams actually really good players, so you can take the example and apply that to your gameplay.
I know Skinny says it a lot. Sometimes you just need a little inspiration.
Yes, and the Swift stick definitely inspires him to get some good goals. Well, it seems that we're gonna load into game two. While we are finding game, we want to remind everyone of the worst take of last week, where Livy Grace 03 said that pizza is overrated. That shouldn't be forgotten. It's probably the worst take in the QC community, but we accept the retake, not really. But yes, pizza is awesome. And you know what else is awesome? This match that we're gonna watch right now as they're finding game. and we will soon be in for match two between Revenant's Quidditch Club and Gracie Combs. It's gonna be a good one.
It looks like they are loading into Weasley Burrow Sunset.
Oh, Weasley Burrow, one of my favorite maps. So chilled. Yeah, it's a chilled scenario for what is going to be a bloodbath of a battle between two amazing Quidditch teams, RQC and CC. Get ready, guys. The match is about to start. We are gonna see this match in three, two, one, and we are live, side. Let's get this match on the way. We'll see if RQC can take this game to game three and can remain hopeful to reach the Newts. They have to beat the Titanic team of Crazy Combs, which is no easy task for sure.
Did look like Robbo did get the snitch fine, so he did get slight advantage in his snitch meter.
That 5% advantage is huge. It can mean everything in a match like this. But we see that the chaser game is really being well fought. I see Dagos going for both teams, but we see a score, and that's Steady Ready opening the scoreboard for RQC, who is leading the scoreboard 10-0. RQC is also leading the snitch bars slightly, but they are having a lead. So we may be in for a match here, Sayuni.
Yeah, and we did already see OT go down to Macoon, uh, which does give the Crazy Comm Seeker a little bit of safety, even for those 5 to 10 seconds that it takes to respawn.
For sure. It also allows Macoon to go ham on Robo or any chasers that may be problematic during the game. So OTP has to look in. It's gonna be a bloodbath for sure, but he has to look in. And we see another elimination. Um, yeah, OTPHJ is. Did he fall again, Sai? I don't know if my blind bro. I think he fell again.
Yes, yes, he did.
Magoon is logging in. He's definitely going for that beater. OTP having some issues handling the pressure. And but the snitch bars are still close. They can still turn it around. So we will see which team is gonna catch that snitch. The chaser game though is really it's really well thought, right? We see a safe compu gamer. Saffron has the ball. Um, it's 10-10 so far. So I think that RQC are really locking in on that chaser game.
They are locking in on the chaser game, putting up points and you know, taking advantage of whatever they can.
Yes, it's a really tough match. We see Crazy Combs has a lead on the snitch. They may catch it, and it would be a huge blow to RQC. We are getting closer. Rich's frame rates are really bad right now, but he's getting close to the catch. We will see if it happens.
They are neck and neck right now.
Yes, a tackle by OTP could be goaded right now, but Makun, oh, and Rishi gets the catch. Rishi gets the catch, as we say in most matches. He is a menace, one of the best seekers, if not the best, in the game. And he gets the catch against RQC to make it Crazy Comes 40, RQC 10. And a score by Cardi, I think, right? So that makes it 50-10. It's starting to tip over, you know, the scales towards Crazy Comes side.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we said before, RQC needs to manage those fires, and right now the fire happens to be Rishi and the chaser lineup, so they've got to choose which one to put out.
Absolutely. And we see another score by Teddy ready to make it 50 to 10 to 20, sorry, to 20. And that means that a snitch catch would tie the game so far. Robo has to look in, OTP has to look in. Macoon has been giving OTP some troubles, as it's understandable. Macoon is one of the best in the game, if not the best beater. But they have to look in and they have to try and get the snitch. I think I've seen CompuGamer get a couple of saves that were really good, as Cardi scores right now to make it 60-20. But I feel like CompuGamer has been doing a good job. It's just the pressure that they're putting on his entire team. It's just way too much to handle at this time.
Yeah. Makun is absolutely a menace, and he has gotten a couple of elims here that has turned the tide in the favor of Crazy Comms.
Yes, and we saw a bounce shot attempt that didn't work. We say nice try to that. That was a good attempt, but it didn't work. Cardi trying, those particular shots that he likes to do. We know that Crazy Combs is full of trick shotters, so they are of course gonna try to spice things up a bit, especially as they have a big snitch lead right now. RQC probably would need to focus on Seeker game if they want to have any hope of tying the game, right?
Absolutely. They need to focus all hands on Seeker, get as many tackles in as they can while they're traversing the middle of the pitch, slow them down as they start approaching their blue side.
And Makun eliminates Compute Gamer, an unlikely victim in 6v6. People don't usually go for the keepers, but this time he got him, and Shoney gets a score to make it 70-20. A snitch bar lead towards Crazy Combs, RQC 20 points. Um, it's looking hard right now. It's not looking very likely for them to come back from this one, but anything can happen on Quidditch. That's why we love it. And we see CompuGamer make Shoney pay for it by kicking his arsehole into oblivion. So that's a good elimination by CompuGamer. But the match still remains 70-20. Snitch Bars are getting closer. 50 seconds left. Sai, I think this is a tough one for RQC right now.
This is absolutely a tough matchup for RQC. Uh, Kudos for bringing out the big guns and playing their hardest, but as we approach the end of the snitch reader meter, it's looking highly unlikely that they might get this catch.
Yes, and we see CompuGamer eliminating Makun, which means that Robo has a battle against Richie, but Richie gets the catch. Richie gets the catch. No Peter. He got that elimination a little too late. If he had gotten it a bit earlier, maybe it could have been more influential in the game. But we see Richie get the catch, and Crazy Combs gets what is a bit of a comfortable victory, even though RQC did show up, especially during the first half of the games. But Crazy Combs takes that victory and takes the entire series. What are your thoughts, Sai? How do we define this match, this series?
Well, Crazy Comms just came out and proved how much of a powerhouse they truly are, um, showing off all of their trick shots and saying, hey, we've got a lineup that's tough to beat and we know it.
Yes, absolutely. They showed every player showed up. We saw Prophecy score, Guardia score, Shoni score, Skinny score, Makun getting eliminations, Richie getting catches, Tux, Countess getting saves. Basically, everyone showed up, and that's really hard to manage when a team like that shows up. So RQC, you guys did really well, especially on the first halves of the games, like before the first catch. I feel like it was always open, and then just the match started steam, like a snowball effect towards Crazy Combs. But the first half of the both matches were really well fought, and you guys did a good performance. So, heads up, you still have one more game against Wingardians, and we will see. The nude streams remain alive, but this match is gonna be for Crazy Combs. And yeah, it's been a good series to watch, though. Always good to watch quality Quidditch. Any last thoughts, Sai? Any last shout outs for the watchers, for the viewers, and information you want to relate to the community?
Yeah, so as you all know, we are doing the QC Mania event on July 19th and July 20th. Um, all hands on deck for that. It's going to be an exciting weekend of matches to play. Uh, we have a beater event, a seeker event, and a shootout event as well, which is going to be great. Um, and then I would also like to thank all of our viewers and subscribers. Yous are the best. Thank you for being here for us. And you know,
Yeah,
stick with us. You know,
for
we'll keep
sure.
this going.
Thank you for joining us on watching these awesome matches. And like Sai says, don't forget QC Mania. Shout out to the Owls from Beastman. Shout out to my Gryffindor peeps who are gonna play the All Star tournament this weekend. And shout out to everyone who's watching. Thank you for joining us. And Fire Nation, let's go. Viva Dignis. We'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for joining us.
No, Earth Nation.
No.